Okay, so the brand new iOS 17 update came out quite recently, so in this video I'll be explaining to you whether or not you should get the update on the iPhone 13 mini. So first off, we're going to be looking over what's new in this update, and the first feature is a brand new app called Journal, and basically this app is going to be a digital diary for iPhone users to log their thoughts and activities, and this app hasn't been released yet in iOS 17 beta, but once the update is released, it should be available. Now this next feature is going to be called interactive widgets. So for example, with these widgets, you can tap on these check boxes to check them off. And this isn't just with the reminders app. I know if you add a music widget, you could pause or resume music just by tapping on a button. And back then, when you tried this, it would just take you straight into the app. Now we've also got a couple new features to cover here in settings. First off, if we go into accessibility, then you scroll down to Assistive Access, it'll say here, Assistive Access provides an alternative iOS experience. Essential apps have been redesigned to be larger, share the same style, and have fewer features. So basically, this feature just makes it easier to use the iOS operating system. So we do also have some new features in Safari. So if you go into the Safari section of settings, then down to profiles, you can now create new profiles. And for example, you can name this either school, work, or home. And you could also change out the logo here, and also some of the basic settings. And to switch your profile, just go into Safari, then tap on this button, and press right here, then select profile, and then you can select any profile that you like. Now something else I also noticed here in settings is that whenever I search something up, it actually loads a lot faster than before. And I don't know if this is true for all people, but it definitely is for me. Now we still have some more features to cover here in settings. So when we go over to screen time, then you'll see there's a new option here for communication safety. And basically, this is just a feature for children to not see any inappropriate photos and text messages. So if Apple detects an inappropriate photo, then they're going to automatically censor it. So this next feature is going to be in the music section of settings. So when you go over here, then you'll see there's a new option for crossfade, and when you turn that on, you could select how long your songs crossfade between each other. Now the other music feature I'll be mentioning is called collaborative playlists. So basically you could share the playlist with anyone you want, and the person that you share it with can add or remove any songs that they like. So moving on from settings, there's actually some new features in messages. So the first thing you'll notice in iMessage is this new plus button, and when you tap on that, you'll see that all the stickers got moved here, and there's actually a new option here for stickers, and when you tap on that, you'll see this is where all the emojis got moved to. And also another new feature is that you can actually turn any of your photos into stickers. So for example, if I select this photo, you'll see that it automatically removes the background and it becomes a sticker. So something you should know is that this button no longer records your audio, but instead it just records the text that you're saying. And if you want to record your actual audio, just press on this plus button, and you'll see that there's going to be an option for an audio recorder. Now probably one of the biggest features in iOS 17 is a feature called Standby. So when you go into settings, then over to the standby section, you'll have the option to turn on standby, and right under here, it says standby will activate when iPhone is turned on its side while charging to show widgets, photos, or clocks. Now to turn on standby, just turn off your phone, then make sure it's rotated horizontally, and just wait about 10 seconds, and standby should turn on. So this is what standby looks like. You'll see that there's a clock here, a calendar, and it also shows your battery, and when you turn it vertically, it turns your phone back on. So the last feature I'll be mentioning is in the Contacts app. So when you go into Contacts, then you press on your own contact, and you tap on Contact Photo and Poster. Then you'll have the option to tap on Edit here, and this screen is going to look sort of like the iPhone on iOS 16 whenever you customize the lock screen. And when you press on Customize, you'll have the option for Contact Photo and for Poster. And you're also going to have the option to customize your own font and boldness of your own contact name. So when you're finished, just press on Done and Update. Then whenever you call someone, they'll see the contact poster that you made. Now that is it for the iOS 17 features. So should you update to iOS 17? Well, my suggestion is yes, because there's very little downsides, and the only downside I can think of is the battery problems. So if battery is a huge concern for you, then you might want to reconsider updating. So as of the time that I'm recording this, iOS 17 is still in its beta update. So if you want to know whether or not to get iOS 17 beta, my suggestion is that you wait till it releases, because there's still many bugs and the battery issues are a lot worse, so it is a bit risky to update right now. So if you decide that you still want to get iOS 17 beta, you can go on to beta.apple.com and just go through the instructions on the website to get the update early. Now that is basically it for the iOS 17 review for the iPhone 13 mini. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.